how to solve 27 raised to the power of x positive 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 222. Good day everybody, and let us find all solutions. So that is the requirement. Find all solutions. So there are two ways in which this question can be asked. One is to find all solutions, or they might even ask you to find only real solutions. So let us start in solving this question. Now foremost, I would like to write 27 as 3 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 3, which is nothing but 3 raised to the power of 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 times 3 is 27. So this is going to be 3 raised to the power of 3, the whole raised to the power of x, positive 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 222. Now a raised to the power of m, whole raised to the power of n, can be rewritten as a raised to the power of n, whole raised to the power of m. We can interchange the indexes. So this is going to be 3 raised to the power of x, whole raised to the power of 3, positive 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 222. Now let me take 3 raised to the power of x to be as some u. So this is going to be u cubed, positive u. I'm going to push 222 to the left. So it's going to be negative 222 is equal to 0. Now find the nearest cubic value that can be utilized in expressing 222. Now clearly, if I were to write 222 as 6 to the power of 3, 6 to the power of 3 is going to be 216. Now if I were to add 6 to this is going to be 222. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So this is going to be u raised to the power of 3, positive u, negative 6 raised to the power of 3, followed by negative, because this is actually negative of 6 raised to the power of 3, positive 6, right? But the moment you remove the, in other words, if you were to distribute the negative sign, this is going to be u raised to the power of 3, positive u, negative 6 raised to the power of 3, negative 6 is equal to 0. This is what you have got. So now what I wish to do is, I would like to club this with this and this with this. So this is going to be u cubed, negative 6 cubed, positive u negative 6 is equal to 0. Now u cubed negative 6 cubed is of the form a cubed negative b cubed. Now a cubed negative b cubed is nothing but a negative b times a squared positive ab positive b squared. So utilizing this formula, u cubed negative 6 cubed is going to be u negative 6 times u squared positive 6 times u positive 6 squared, that's going to be 36. So I can very well club, in other words, I can very well utilize this formula in place of u cubed negative 6 cubed. So this is going to be u negative 6 times u squared positive 6 times u positive 36, positive u negative 6 is equal to 0. Now u negative 6, they can be taken out, it's common. So this is going to be u negative 6 of u squared positive 6u positive 36. Over here you got positive 1, so this is equal to 0. Now this is u negative 6 times u squared positive 6u, 36 positive 1 would give me 37 is equal to 0. Now if a times b is equal to 0, this implies either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. So over here u negative 6 is equal to 0, this is one value. The other value would be u squared positive 6u positive 37 is equal to 0. Now if they are asking for all solution, then we need to solve both the things. From here I get u is equal to 6, but my value of u is nothing but 3 raised to the power of x. So substitute 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 6. Now you take ln both sides. You got to take ln both sides, not log. You're taking ln. So this ln 3 raised to the power of x is equal to, this is going to be ln 6. Now you got a formula, ln of a raised to the power of b is equal to b times ln a. Utilizing this formula, this is going to be x times ln 3 is equal to ln 6. From here I can write x is equal to ln 6 over ln 3. So this is one value for x. So this is the real solution. If you are expected to utilize calculators, you can very well utilize calculators and find out the value of log 6 and divide it by log 3. But as for me, I am happy with this value, log 6 over log 3. The value looks beautiful instead of providing a quantity which has got decimal and which is non-terminating. So let me move on to the other side. So as I mentioned to you, if they're asking you to obtain all solutions, then you need to solve this. So I would be utilizing the quadratic formula. Say u is equal to negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. So this is equal to negative b is negative 6 plus or minus root of 6 squared is 36. Negative 4 times a is 1 and c is 37 divided by 2 times a. Now I need to multiply 4 with 37. Let me use the space here. I get 37 and 4. 7 4s are 28, 2 4 3s are 12, 13, 14, 148. So you got 36 negative 148 with a root there. So let me subtract 36. This is going to be a 2. This is going to be a 1. And I got a 1 here. So 1, 1, 2. So plus or minus negative 6 divided by 2. Now 112, let me just try to reduce it by 4. I think if I were to reduce it by, I think 4 is a better way. Let me just check. If I divide by 4, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10, 11, 30. So this is going to be 28. 4 3s are 12, 2, 1, 4 2s are, so 32, 2, 3, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, alright, 28 times is there. Now 4 multiplied with 28 gives me this particular value 112, and this can be further simplified as 4 multiplied with 4 times 7. So I have 16 times 7, right? So this is equal to negative 6 plus or minus root of, it's a negative 112. If you want, you can substitute negative 112 or just substitute negative of 16 times 7, right? 16 times 7. Now this is actually a negative sign there, so let me utilize this space here. So I can very well rewrite this as negative 6 plus or minus root of negative 1 times root of 7. Of course, root of 16 will give me a 4 there, so I can place the 4 there and divide by 2. Now this is going to be negative 6 plus root of negative 1. Now negative 1 is I squared, right? So if I were to place I squared there, you would get a I there. So you can very well place the I there. So I, and you got a 4 there, and you have a root 7 there, you divide by 2. If you were to take 2 out, this is going to give me 3. In fact, I don't want to take a negative sign, let the negative sign be inside. So it's going to be plus I times 2 times root of 7 divided by 2. So 2 and 2 can be cancelled. So therefore you have 2 other roots. So you got x1 is equal to negative 3 plus this plus or minus I times 2 times root 7, and x2 is equal to negative 3 negative I times 2 times root 7. So these are the roots you have got. Now as I mentioned to you, we have got two u values. U is equal to negative 3 positive I times 2 times root of 7, and u is equal to negative 3 followed by negative I times 2 root 7. Now I was actually mentioning, if in case they wanted all the solutions, then you need to extract the value of x here. Now we took the value of u to be 3 raised to the power of x. Now I cannot place 3 raised to the power of x over here and take ln on both sides. We cannot do that. So what I wish to do is I would like to first perform some complex analysis and then apply logarithms. So for that, let me just take, this is a complex number, right? So let me just take some let z be equal to negative 3 positive I times 2 root 7. Now this is of the form x positive iy, because z is a complex number, so this is of the form x positive iy. Now any complex number can also be rewritten as r times cos theta positive I sin theta, and once you are able to write it like this, this can also be rewritten as r times e raised to the power of I theta. So now what we got z is equal to negative 3 positive I times 2 root 7 is equal to r times e I theta, right? So I would be connecting these three things, right? Or you can also connect 1, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter. So if you were to connect, say, let me just take this and show the general form. Say x positive iy is equal to r times e I theta. Then if I were to take log both sides, so this is going to be log of x positive iy, and this is going to be log of r e I theta. Now log a times b is equal to log a plus log b. So utilizing that, this is going to be log of x positive iy is equal to log r positive log e raised to the power of I theta, right? Now as I mentioned to you, when we talk about log, we are actually talking about ln. Have that in mind. So though I have taken as a log here, the base is always going to be e. So have that in mind. Irrespective of me taking ln or log, the base is taken as e whenever we are performing complex manipulations. So what I wish to do is, since the base is e here, base is e, log of e raised to the power I theta and e to the base e, this will reduce to I times theta, followed by this is going to be log r, and over here this is going to be log of x positive iy. So this is how we got. Now r is nothing but root of x squared positive y squared, and theta is nothing but tan inverse of y over x. So what I'm trying to tell you here is the log of this quantity has to be represented like this. That's the basic thing. So if I were to take, let me just place the value, u is equal to negative 3 positive I times 2 root 7. I'm taking log both sides, so it's going to be log of u. So this is base e, so this is going to be log of u is equal to log of negative 3 positive I times 2 root 7 to the base e. Now this is equal to log r positive I theta. But what is r? R is equal to root of x squared positive y squared, and what is my x? X is equal to negative 3, y is equal to 2 times root 7. So this is equal to root of negative 3 squared positive 2 times root 7 squared, which is nothing but root of negative 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, root of 7 squared is 7. So this is going to be root of 9 positive, 7 4s are 28. 28 added to 29, that's going to be root of 37. So this is my r. Now my I theta. Now theta is equal to tan inverse of y over x. In this case I'm only taking the positive value. So this is going to be tan inverse of y is 2 times root 7 and my x is negative 3. Right? So theta is equal to tan inverse of negative 2 over 3 times root 7. So this is the theta value. So if you were to write the final answer, so this is going to be log of u to the base e is equal to log r positive I theta. So that is going to be my value. So log, in place of r I will place root of 37 plus I times my theta is tan inverse of negative 2 over 3 root 7. So this is what I've got. Now u is I should say u is equal to 3 raised to the power of x. We are looking for values of x. So this is going to be log of 3 raised to the power of x is equal to log root of 37 positive I times tan inverse of negative 2 over 3 times root 7. Now log of a raised to the power of b is equal to b times log a. So this is going to be x times log 3 is equal to log root of 37 positive I times tan inverse of negative 2 over 3 root 7. So you need x value. So x is equal to log root of 37 divided by log 3 positive I times tan inverse of negative 2 over 3 root 7 divided by log 3. The base is e, base is e, base is e. So this is the complex root if they are asking for complex solutions also. Now I have just worked out one part. You can extend this result for the other value of u, which I have just shown you here. You can just repeat the entire process. Thank you.